Manchester City are champions of England at the expense of a United loss at home. Did they deserve it? Yeah, they did. They did. Could have we done better? No, I don't think so. And what is the lesson behind all this? Squad depth. You see, in a season where we were playing three times a week, we needed at least two teams who could easily come out to play. What happened today was that there was no understanding between players. Manchester City are deserving winners. Have you seen their side? They basically have two teams that can play on either day, and that is frightening. Another team that's just like City is Chelsea. They've spent money, they've made a good squad, they have improved from before, and they basically almost they have two teams. You just need to buy a few more players and they'll be as good as having they'll be as good as having two teams. Why United lost today was because we are trying to focus on our first 11 when there are teams that are making a second 11 just because of situations like this. Anyway, congratulations, Manchester City, you deserve it. We are so thin on the bench that we had to play Anthony Langa. I don't think Anthony Langa would even get into the squad of any of the top four teams. That just tells you that if United get some injuries, we are very, very thin from the bench. Now, the other thing that's really, really frightening me is the defense. A lot of United fans would say Harry Maguire is not good. He's Harry Maguire is not good enough. He is never worth 80 million. Yeah, he's not worth 80 million, but then you saw what happened today. The anticipation that Harry Maguire and Lindelof has is the only reason why Solskjaer probably chooses them over Axel Tuanzebe and Eric Bailly. Axel Tuanzebe and Eric Bailly can really be good defenders. Their other defensive attributes are really, really great. They can hold off a person, they can dribble past somebody, they have that pace that Harry Maguire lacks. But what Harry Maguire has is that anticipation skill. He can sense danger. So you see, the issue is just not about whether they are good enough players or not, because they are. It's just that in-game situation and that that sense of danger that only develops when you keep playing games week in week out. Solskjaer, if he wants to come close to Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, he does not need two or three players to make the best 11. He needs another 6 to 7 players who can actually give him a formidable squad, so that in situations like this he does not need to panic and play the youth. We are playing Liverpool in another 3 more days, so it was obvious that Solskjaer makes those changes. In fact, I was very happy that he made those 10 changes. United played Aston Villa 2 days back. They're playing Leicester today, and they're going to play Liverpool in 3 days. So that's like 3 matches in 7 days. I'm glad that we got to see a match like this today where Solskjaer had to depend on his bench. I told you that the bench wasn't strong enough, and today was a great indication of that. We might have a really good youth system, but we cannot depend on it to be our bench. Our bench has to be just as good as our first 11. If you see the title winning sides of Manchester United, we used to have four strikers at once who could come and change the game. Right now, can you look at the bench and say who is the game changer? We play Cavani as the game changer. Assume that we start Cavani one match. Who do you expect to come from the bench and change the game? You can, yeah, probably you can say Greenwood, but what? He's 19 years old. He's a good talent, but he's just 19 years old. Anthony Martial, no, Anthony Martial, if it's his season, if it's his day, it'll all depend on ifs and buts with Anthony Martial. And plus, he's injured right now. Rashford almost starts all the games. Daniel James won't change anything. Another thing that's concerning me is the defense. The defense without Harry Maguire just seems too bleak. And I feel that there's an extra responsibility for the fullbacks. They cannot allow too many crosses through. If there are too many crosses, there might be several chances created against Manchester United because of the anticipation that a defender should have. Villarreal might just look at this as an opportunity. And I think right now, and I think now is the time we as United fans will understand the importance of Harry Maguire. Ruben Dias was the difference between City and United easily. There was a time when City was going on losing. Laporte was injured and Ake was a big flop. John Stones wasn't doing too good. All of a sudden, John Stones started doing well with Ruben Dias. Now, Ruben Dias, what kind of a player is Ruben Dias? Ruben Dias is a much better version of Victor Lindelof. He anticipates the ball, his positioning is good, he does not really have to dive in all the time because his anticipation of the danger is very good. As we saw against PSG, he was there where he needed to be all the time, and that is what a proper defender is supposed to do. He sticks to his basics so well that at the end of the day, that kind of makes the difference. See, Leicester were the better team because they went with the strong side, and we went in with 10 changes. 10 out of 11, we went with 10 changes. We could see that there was something not right with Manchester United. It was very good to see Mata, Matic, and all play again, but the issue was that they are playing 90 minutes after a very long time, and it was very evident in the second half that they were getting tired. If Manchester United have to win titles, they have to rely on that bench, and Solskjaer is just not ready to do that. If Solskjaer would have played Van der Beek, Matic, Mata more, we might have just won this game. I'll see you guys later. Please do like, subscribe, and comment. My name is Ayush, and I'll see you guys later.